Sammy and Stella's Ocean Dreams, a sweet bedtime story under the sea. In a quiet, wiggly part of the ocean where seaweed danced slowly and the sand sparkled like sugar, lived a tiny seahorse named Sammy. Sammy was golden and twirly, with a curly tail and the kindest eyes. He loved gliding through coral tunnels, waving at shy sea snails, and counting the glittery fish that zipped by like sprinkles. But Sammy's very favorite thing in the whole wide sea? Spending time with his best friend, a giggly, tickly little starfish named Stella. Stella was bright orange with 5 little arms and a big, warm smile. She lived on a soft sea rock under a leafy kelp umbrella, and every morning she waited for Sammy to come by. "Good morning, Stella," Sammy would chirp. "Ready for adventures?" Stella would wiggle. They played games like chase the bubble, guess the fish, and hide behind the sea sponge. They made seashell music, had sea sand tea parties, and watched jellyfish float by like sleepy balloons. But as the sun dipped and the water turned blue and quiet, Sammy and Stella would find their favorite dreaming spot, right under the wavy dreamleaf kelp. One evening, as the sky above turned lavender and gold, Sammy curled his tail and whispered, "Stella, do you think sea creatures dream?" Stella blinked her sparkly eyes. I think so. Don't you?" "I do," Sammy said. "If I could dream, I'd dream about flying up to the stars on a whale with wings." Stella giggled. "And I'd dream about riding a dolphin-shaped cloud that smells like cupcakes." They both burst into sleepy giggles. Then something magical happened. Tiny glowing bubbles began to float through the water, each one with a tiny picture inside. One bubble showed a baby turtle napping in a shell bed. Another showed an octopus snuggled up in a treasure chest. A third had 2 little fish twirling in a heart shape. "What are those?" Sammy gasped. "They're dream bubbles," came a soft voice. It was Grandpa Grouper, the oldest fish in the reef, with his long fins and gentle eyes. "Every night," Grandpa Grouper said kindly, "the ocean sends dreams to all sleepy hearts. These bubbles carry them." Sammy and Stella's eyes went wide. "Can we make one?" Stella asked. "Of course," said Grandpa Grouper with a wink. "All you need is love and a little imagination." So they imagined together. They dreamed of a jellybean castle at the bottom of the sea, of starfish that could sing lullabies, of sea ponies that galloped through moonlight, of a pancake-shaped island where the waves tasted like syrup. As they dreamed, a glowing bubble gently formed between them, soft pink and sea blue, full of sparkle. "That's our dream," whispered Stella. "Let's send it to the sky," said Sammy. With a tiny flick of his tail, the bubble floated up, joining the others as they twirled into the sleepy sea night. The ocean got quieter. Little fish snuggled into coral beds. A crab curled under a shell. Even the seaweed swayed slower. Sammy yawned. Stella wiggled once, then stilled. "Will we always dream together?" she asked softly. "Always," Sammy whispered. "You're my best sea friend." And with the sea rocking them like a lullaby, they drifted into a cozy, giggly sleep, tails curled, arms stretched, and hearts full. Somewhere, a new dream bubble began to rise, and far, far away, a little fish smiled in their sleep. "Sleep well, little dreamer. The sea is soft, the stars are glowing, and Sammy and Stella are dreaming with you tonight."